Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Muhammad Asri, and this is my partner Nur AZWANI AMALINA binti SHARUDIN. Okay, today we are going to present about a study of job performance, motivation and working condition impact on job satisfaction among employees. Right. For the introduction, work itself can be defined as the relationship between the employer as well as the employee. Okay, the employee is paid by the employer to complete each assigned task. On behalf of employer, companies set up are not just for profit, non-profit organization entities as well as cooperative, but the employees today are searching for someone with the right skill and who can adapt to change, especially with the current working environment and fast changing technology. Okay, this is a quote by Saleh in his journal in 2019. Okay. This is the statistic in 2018 in Malaysia. Approximately around 14.8 million people who are employed compared in 2010 with 11.9 million. Okay, unemployment in Malaysia is less than 4% in 2018. Okay, this show that the employment rate was increasing rapidly as the country went through the development phase. Okay, refer to the figure in the slide. Almost all employees and job seekers state some criteria in finding a job which include salary and benefit that are attractive to them. Okay, it is for their further work-life balance and career development. Okay, so the background of the study. Okay, private sector is a sector that is not controlled by the government at all. Any resources that have been released are privately owned. Private sector are available in Malaysia are profitable enterprises, sole proprietorship, partnership, and so on. Okay, refer to the Department of Statistics Malaysia in 2019. Number of jobs in the private sector went up by 145,000 to 8.62 million in the second quarter on 2019 because labor demand in private sector position was filled about 97.5% and vacancy that are still available in private sector are 2.5%. Okay. Most job seekers are most job seekers are more likely to choose the private sector than the government sector because they offer more benefit to their employees than the government sector. The salaries and promotion offered by the company is more than the government sector. Okay, so for the promotion, it is easier for them to develop a career than the government sector. Okay, for the problem statement, okay, purposely, when an organization focuses on building a good relationship with all level of employee, the employees will feel satisfied with their work because they can understand and support each other to achieve the goals. Okay, unfortunately, nowadays the ideal situation is not happening. It was reported in jobstreet.com Malaysia that there are 29% out of 100% factor that influencing to unsatisfied workers in the organization. Okay, the roots problem to unsatisfied worker in the organization is that first, toxic environment. Okay, in an organization, several employees have a poor relationship with their colleague, supervisor, manager, and even their boss. This could lead to toxic working environment. Okay, second is less motivated. This toxic environment can make the employee feel uncomfortable and less motivated. Such an environment can lead to poor work result and at the same time give a bad effect on the company. Okay, the third one is poor performance. When the employee is dissatisfied with their job, they tend to not focus on the workplace and taking it easy on assigned tasks and absent from work. Okay, the reason that lead to the problem is that first, organization pay less attention to their employees' welfare. Second is the feel of uselessness in the organization. And the third one is company always put high expectation towards their new recruit and someone who just been promoted or transferred from another department. Okay, there are several reasons of why the employee act like this. Some of it is the organization pay less attention to their employees' welfare. Okay, like the reason to right, the reason lead to the problem above. Okay, that are the example of the reason. So the purpose of this research is to determine the relationship between job performance, motivation, working condition, on job satisfaction among the employees in the private sector in Malaysia. Okay, next. Okay, research objective. Okay, the first objective is to examine the factors that influence the job satisfaction among the employees. Second is to identify the relationship between job performance on job satisfaction amongst the employees. The third is to measure the relationship between motivation on job satisfaction amongst the employees. The fourth is to identify the relationship between working condition on job satisfaction among the employees. Okay, next is research question. The first is to the first question is, do the factor have significant influence on job satisfaction among the employees? Second is, does the job performance have significant influence on job satisfaction amongst the employees? Third is, does the motivation have significant influence on job satisfaction amongst the employees? Fourth is, does the working condition have significant influence on job satisfaction amongst the employees? Okay, next is the theoretical framework. Okay, for the independent variables, there are three independent variables, which are job performance, motivation, and working condition. Okay, the dependent variables is job satisfaction. Okay, it is adapted from Journal Cooks in 2008, Bramantio 2018, Emmanuel Kwabena Anin 2015, and Silva 2019. Okay, in the previous research for hypothesis, the first hypothesis that we made is that there is a significant relationship between job performance and job satisfaction among the employees in private sector. Okay, according to Muhammad Saufiuddin Omar in 2020, uh, there was there were realized there was a strong relationship between satisfied employees and employers. Okay, based on Andrew 2018, there was a good relationship between job satisfaction and performance in many of the research. Okay, based on Bakotik in 2016, there is a positive statistically significant relationship between job satisfaction and organizational performance. Okay, for hypothesis 2, there is a significant relationship between motivation and job satisfaction among the employees in the private sector. Okay, based on Bramantio 2018, mentioned that motivated employees will continue to produce good work and continue to benefit the company. Okay, second is from Parvaneh Gelard in 2016, said that there are many theories between job satisfaction and motivation. Okay, and then the third one is from Chengzai Mafini in 2014, said that motivation factors have a relationship with extrinsic factors such as remuneration, quality of work life, promotion, supervision, and teamwork, as they have found a positive correlation between job satisfaction and extrinsic motivation factors. Okay, for hypothesis, the third hypothesis is that there is a significant relationship between working condition and job satisfaction among the employees in the private sector. Okay, according to Emmanuel Kwabena Anin in 2015, state that working condition influence the job satisfaction. Okay, the second is based on Jenna in 2017. A person place of work is their situation and also their environment to work. Okay, according to journal written by Rashid Said in 2013, working conditions have a huge impact on one's job satisfaction. Okay, for research method and design, there are two type of data, which are first one is qualitative data. Qualitative data provide definite market information regarding the opinions, perception, and behavior of the subject in the market research study, and the information obtained is in term of non-numerical. Okay, for quantitative data, it creates statistically valid market information. The information is in terms of number. So for this research method and design, we use quantitative data. Okay, for the next slide, I will pass to my partner, AZWANI AMALINA.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. So my name is Nur AZWANI AMALINA binti SHARUDIN. So today I'm gonna present for subtopic population, sample frame and minimum sample size. So researchers need to define their target population precisely and explain about the rationale for selecting those specific population for their study. And for this study, we are focused on the employees who are working in the private sector. And to be more specific, this research was mainly focused in KLCC area, Kuala Lumpur. The reason why we choose KLCC area in Kuala Lumpur, first because of the location is the center of a job provider, and then second is Kuala Lumpur is one of the biggest economic sector. So here the three example for economic sector that have in Kuala Lumpur. First is finance, second insurance, and third is real estate industry. So next. So for our sampling frame is the list of all eligible sampling units and elements in the population from where the sample can be selected. Sampling frame also can consist of a listing possible sampling unit. So for Buskirk 2020 argue that the sampling framework coincides with the target population. So size of the small or large frame depends on how to contact each potential member of the sample. So this study was conducted in area around KLCC. So the radius that we decide to choose is about 5 kilometers from KLCC. Next. So here the industry and organization that we found in KLCC area. First, we have banking industry. We have 5 organizations here. We have MBank, Bank Islam, RHB, CIMB, and also Maybank. So for retail or business, we have Berjaya Corporation, somewhere else around Bukit Bintang, and then Khazanah Nasional Berhad. For infrastructure, we have Bosted Building in Raja Chulan and also stocks in Bursa Malaysia. So next. So recording to Health 2008 mentioned that sample size for research can refer to the number of potential participants in answering a given survey. Sample size can also affect two property, namely accuracy in estimating and also the strength of a study in making conclusion. To determine the appropriate sample size, it must consider to precise the estimate must be and how much time and money are available to collect the required data. So for this study, we focus on the banking industry, which is we have 5 organizations there. So this study focused on the 5 companies as representative of the target population in the area to answer the survey given regarding the job satisfaction related to other independent variable or IVs, such as job performance, motivation, and also working conditions. So next. So here the table. So we have companies and total employee here. For MBank, they have 300% or 300 workers in their company. For Bank Islam, they have around 275%, RHB 290%, CIMB Bank 315%, and lastly Maybank 320%. So total employees from 5 company is 1,500%. So next. So based on the table that Critchie and Morgan provide, so because of our total employee is 1,500 people, so we can look at the end is a population size 1,500. So sample that we need to provide around 306 sample. We need to collect the sample from them is 306 sample. Next. So sampling technique can be divided into two types. First, probability, and second, non-probability. So for non-probability, it is a sample that been selected by chance or random. So and for non-probability, used in research where no inference concerning the population needs to be made. So for this study, we use probability sampling technique as a sampling design. So for the sample size, for the questionnaire is 306 numbers of employees selected in 5 companies in the area. So each of the company will have the representative of the population. The simple random sampling, which is one of the types of probability sampling technique, will be used as a sampling method. Okay, there is two types of data source. First is primary data and second is a secondary data. So first data is the sources that present first-hand information. It could be original record or original documents, personal interview and others. So for secondary data, it is a historical information or data structure which was previously collected and assembled for solving other problem of the future problems. So for this study, we use both data collection method. So for primary data, this study used a self-administered questionnaire, and for secondary data, this study collected various data and sources from previous researchers such as master's thesis, doctoral dissertation, and also research record. Next. So here the data measurement of variable with item sample scale. This is for demographic. So we have a question about age, gender, marital status, ethnic group, religion, nationality, education, designation, department, and also branch. So we use interval scale to describe the variable, which is for age in terms of some equal interval between them. So the scale will allow the respondent to select an appropriate response in which the value falls in a given interval. So for nominal scale, will be used for the other variables such as gender, ethnic group, marital status, nationality, region, educational qualification, designation, department, and also branch. So next. So we have a job performance here, which is this one is our first IV. All right. So we have 5 questions here. The question mostly related is to how a respondent feel about their performance in the company and to analyze the relationship between job performance and job satisfaction. So we use ordinal scale to determine the relative position of the object in its group, but not the magnitude between them. So measurement will be in terms of scale from 1 to 5, which is from strongly disagree to strongly agree. So next. We have motivation sample question here. We have five questions. So also we use ordinal scale to determine the relative position of the object in the group, but not the magnitude between them. So also we use scale 1 to 5 to which is from strongly disagree to strongly agree. And this is our third IV. All right. Also, we have 5 questions, and same we use scale, ordinal scale, like previously. It is to determine the relative position of the object in its group, but not the magnitude between them. So also scale we use the same scale, 1 to 5, represent strongly disagree to strongly agree. Next. All right, this one is a sample question for our DV, dependent variable. We have 5 questions here. So so the employee need to answer the question. All right, so also we use the ordinal scale, same like previous question, but for job satisfaction, we did not use a very disagree or strongly agree, but for job satisfaction we use scala 1 to 5, represent very dissatisfied to very satisfied. Next. So to complete this research, we have a limitation. All right. So we have three limitation here. First is time constraint. Okay, we need to settle the research within 14 weeks to gather all the desired information is not easy. But this problem can still can be solved because of we still gather to discuss about the information that we want to use, and then we ask the guideline from our lecturers. So next is limited access to the literature. There is information that is easy to access, and even vice versa. To get the information, researchers have to pay a certain amount of money in order to access the data. So not all information that we want is free. So some information we need to pay first, and then we can access to the data. But for this research, mostly our references is easy to find, and we did not pay at all to get the data. So last one is limited to the consultation of assignment. For this subject, it is quite difficult to make a discussion online because the subject really needs high focus in the classroom, and every mistake that have been made during the completion of this assignment must be corrected immediately. So next. So as for the conclusion, we know that to achieve job satisfaction is not easy. So among the factors are a person, work performance in an organization, motivation, and also the work environment. This study was made with reference to employees in the private sector, and also one of the ways to see that the employee is satisfied with their job is to look at the result that have been implemented. If the result of the work is unsatisfied, the company needs to take the initiative to help the employees. So next. All right, that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.